But there is another issue in Batman surrounding the very name of the Electorate itself. That's right, worth it. Batman is named after John Batman, seen here being a little bit hot. Batman's legacy has been under fire because of his involvement in the murder of Tasmanian Aboriginal people, and there have been calls to change the name of the seat. In fact, both Batman candidates have said they'll back the change if they're elected on Saturday. To discuss this issue, I'm joined by Greg Larsen from the Australian Electoral Commission. Greg, do you think that the name of Batman should be changed?
Well, Tom, as a representative of the Australian Electoral Commission, it is my duty not to have an opinion on this matter or any political matter. My duty is simply to enforce democracy and uphold the will of the people.
OK, what is the will of the people? What do people think?
Well, we've gleaned the public perception on this matter. Many people in the district want to acknowledge the contribution that John Batman had made to the founding of Melbourne, but by and large, most people do support a name change.
OK, right. What are you going to change it to? Superman?
I'm not sure I understand the reference.
What do you mean? Superman? He's another comic book hero like Batman, you know?
I don't read comic books. I like to read instruction manuals and OH&S documentation in my spare time.
Right. I guess Spider-Man's out too, then.
I'm not sure what a man made out of spiders has to do with it.
No, he's not made out of spiders. Forget it. All right, what's your solution then, this whole problem?
Well, it's difficult to make everyone happy. Okay, according to the will of the people, we do need to preserve and acknowledge the history of John Batman and his role in the founding of Melbourne, as I said, but we also cannot shy away from the terrible things he did. So, in the interest of compromise and in the interest of true democracy, I have come up with a solution that addresses all of these concerns.
Right, and what's that?
The Electorate of Batman shall henceforth be renamed Batman Was a Cunt.
What? Whoa. What? Whoa. All right. That sounds like an awful idea. That's terrible. That's too long for a name. First of all, for an electorate.
Well, it's actually a lot shorter than the original name I had thought of.
What was that?
John Batman was a low dog cunt.
No, you can't say this, Greg. This is an awful solution, and people are not going to go for this. They're not going to be on board at all, I think. What do people think about this?
People hate it.
Yeah?
They absolutely hate it. But in this case, democracy has failed.
Right.
Because this is an elegant solution to a complicated problem. And logistically, it'll be very easy to do. We don't need to make major changes to the name. Just simply add on additional words at the end.
OK.
I've done a couple of mock-ups to show you what I mean. Here's some campaign material for Alex Batal.
Yep.
And now, let's take a look at a mock-up of what it would look like if the name was changed.
OK.
We can see there that I've added at the end of Batman.
You just put it
I've added the words was a cunt.
Was a cunt, yes. No, I've seen what you've done there. That's pretty awful, actually.
Would you like to see another example?
Not really, no.
Well, I've got another example that I would like to show you because I think it is important. Here's Jed Carney's campaign poster. Now, let's take a look at an artist rendition as what it might look like.
Yep.
Was
a cunt. Okay, I've seen what you've done there. Thank you very much. You get the point. We can pull down the graphic. Thank you very much, Greg. Thank you for your time.
I've got one more poster to show you. I've got one more poster to show you. This is from the Australian Conservatives. Now, this was an issue because there is no Batman anywhere on that poster, so I've had to improvise and put Kevin Bailey is a cunt.
No, you can't do that. Take that down immediately. Greg, that is unacceptable, OK? Regardless of what you think of his politics, that is completely beyond the ball.
I'm breaking character here because I tried to get an interview with Kevin Bailey. I was like, hey, man, let's have an interview. We'll do a thing about a funny package about the election. I wasn't even going to make fun of you. I was going to make fun of the Greens. But then you refused the interview, so this is what happens.
Okay.
This is what happens when you fuck with Greg, man.
Greg Larsen, you're a terrible person. You're worse than John Batman. Get the fuck out of here, Greg Larsen.